off a kind of Cinderella story and vault his way into the finals, and the winner will play Macobra 52 in the championship. So got an interesting World 7 setup here. A lot of pipes, but no levels. Okay.
Yeah, last island with a lock and then a fort. So if they're lucky, this will make it a very short World 7, but it's a 50-50.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, well, they have some options at least. Cal taking his time. Nice bank shot there by gamercal. Classics out of the lost level first. It's under 52 seconds. All right, so we're gonna get a quick fort check, and it is Navy. And to reiterate, there will be no singing.
We'll leave that up to the master in chat there.
Yes, only one person is allowed to sing, and that person is not us. Thank you, Wolfman.
Don't worry, 7 of 2 will appear. It always does.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. It does break the lock, so this is a very short World 7. This is probably what they both wanted to see, but at the same time, they know their opponents are playing the same setup, so...
Yeah. This is a fairly linear draw. gamercal actually stopping for a mushroom house, gets a flower. Gonna arm himself with it right away. Classic gets a star.
See, the ironic thing there is while gamercal has a flower suit, gamercal prefers to be Small Mario.
Yeah. They get a chance at a fire kill on Ludwig here in World 6 airship. So a very quick start for our runners leading off this game 2. Classic getting himself a mushroom.
Not a bad idea. Ludwig likes to pretend hitboxes don't exist.
Especially since he's not a thick Ludwig, so this could be interesting. Just a 3-hitter, so Classic will be done first at 2:30. Cal be about 15 seconds behind.
Oh no, a very good first seed, or first world, sorry, not first seed, but first world for both of the runners. Playing really well, no mistakes. I think this race is going to be pretty close again.
Think so too. I'm going to say World 4 next.
World 4, I'm going to say World 6.
World 6? Well, we'll meet in the middle, World 5.
I'll take it.
Okay, so this is interesting. Double fort draw just to get to just to proceed. That's interesting. But it's fairly linear, so that we know interesting routing here. Got super tanks leading off. Classic using those P-speed strats.
Yeah, it all depends. It really depends on how the Skyworld lays out for them. Because if the pipe puts them in a weird location, they could risk the tower, depending on if that pipe sends them through the back way of the tower, or if it sends them through a pipe, they could risk the tower to see if it can skip a few levels. You never know.
It's possible, though the tower itself is a fairly long level, so you have to really be committed to it. Either way, we're in 6F3, aka Carpet Fort. Cal, not interested in the item box. Could have been a star. I don't think it was, but so Cal navigating his least favorite stage of the game. He really does not like the stage. Getting a chance to slowly catch up here because he's got Fire Mario. We can gun through a Boom Boom. And Classic gets into 5-6, an auto-scroller in the vanilla game, and one I think gamers sometimes wish was still auto-scroll, because that first long jump is really awkward.
Yeah, that first jump, and two, the big thing is like sometimes that first Parabeetle will not spawn, so you gotta kind of jump a little bit to make the screen move for him to spawn.
Right.
And then you gotta wait for him, as we saw Classic do there.
So, We're going to see what we get. We're going to get Paradox Pipe, which is the reverse tower. Reverse tower slinky, basically. And nope, it's just... And, oh, wow. God World 5. They suffered through 2 4ths and 5 6, and they've got a straight shot to World 2. So we got ourselves a jet seat early here, with World 7 and 5 taking very little time.
Roy is not Earthquake here, so he's going to be a high jumping Roy. Got to watch out for that. Sometimes he likes to jump off the screen.
He's a 4-hitter, though. Cal, there he goes.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
Oh, Cal getting a double pump fake from Roy. Classic finishes him off at about 5:39, I'll say. Gamercal 550. The King showing signs of dementia, getting his randos mixed up. World 7 was first. So World 1 is next, and again, they're going to have a fairly linear and gentle draw, though this time they're going to have to play the fort normally. Because logic, again, assumes that you will go for the item, and in this case, it's not worth going for the item because it will add 2 levels to their route. And Classic, again, with the clip through the wall there, so he's going to save a few seconds. Cal went for it, didn't get it. He's going to try again, and does not get it on the second try.
Yeah, unfortunately, the way the seed's rolling out, I think it's going on Classic's favor. It's not much routing required. Nice wall jump there by Classic, but at the same time, he's playing flawlessly while gamercal is making minor, they're not even mistakes, just minor misplays, and
yeah,
slowly the gap's getting bigger.
Yeah, Classic is demonstrating his skills from the vanilla game, as I said earlier in the broadcast, he's a very strong vanilla player, and is demonstrating that right for everyone here today. So 6-9. So Cal's gonna have to do this normally around the blooper. Babies. Classic finishes off 6-3.
Good use of the star there. Get rid of these fire bros.
Yeah.
Not an easy fight there if you don't, especially at the ice.
So World 3 airship now. So it's interesting. We've had 3 worlds, and all 3 of them have had 4 levels played. If you count the Piranha stage as a level, which I did.
Yeah, I would count that as a stage.
Yeah. Gamercal taking his time across the gaps. Classic dealing with Larry. This is a 3-hit Larry, so Classic's done at 8:24.
That's 3 worlds in 8 minutes, under 9 minutes. That is insane. We did have seen a short. Well, 7 is usually not a short world, but 1's a short world. 5 sometimes is usually very long. So these are very fast worlds. Yeah,
so we've got. I'm gonna say World 4 next. I'm gonna go vanilla. I'm gonna keep hitting this 4 until I get it right.
Let's see a 6. I want to see a long 6.
Now we get 2, and there's a pipe, early pipe. So this could be another guaranteed at least a couple of level skips, if nothing else. Oh yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Oh man. And it's the World 8 fort. This could be interesting. Gamercal finishing off Larry at 9:20, so almost a full minute behind here. Both of them have a cloud now.
Which I don't think you're going to see Classic use right away. I think because they haven't seen certain stages that...
Ooh, Classic gambled. He wanted that 1 cycle, didn't get it, but he'll get a consolation. He can take out Boom Boom quickly as Small Mario. Okay, didn't get the star, so he's just going to power through.
And as I said before, he prefers being small Mario. That's just like this is just the way he likes to play.
Yeah.
Risky.
Yep. So Cal underway now in 8-4, so 1 stage gap between the runners. Classic using a Tanuki suit now and gets the 3rd hand stage.
Yeah, get used to the Tanuki suit. Pretty simple stage. The big thing here is just keep your P speed and duck and jump where you need to, and it's fairly easy.
Gamercal accepted he wasn't going to get the 1 cycle, so he's just going to play this through. And Cal, unfortunately, he's going to just go for it now. Classic getting a music box. The World 1 airship.
Relatively short one. You gotta watch out sometimes. When you move a little too fast, those cannonballs in that midsection will spawn in that late part.
Yeah, Phantom Fireball, so a thick Morton, but only a 3-hitter. Cal's gonna get to skip the Hammer Bro altogether, so that'll save him about 15 seconds. Kind of makes up for going for the power-ups when he did, but such as it is. So we got about 11-17 for Classic. Gamercal too far off. So yeah, we've got a Jet seed so far. We've got Worlds 3, 4, and 6 left. All 3 have the potential to be quite long. Shall see. And it is World 6 next. We got an early forced forward. It's 4F1.
I don't remember. Do either player have a hammer?
No.
Okay.
They get a free pipe check and if it takes them behind the boulder, then it's moot point. And nice orb on Classic side, finishing off Boom Boom quickly. So here we go. What we got? Okay, so ooh, Classic found 7-5 with a boss bass, and even he knows not to do this. He's not afraid of a challenge, but yeah, that's
a big time sink right there. You want to just avoid it if at all possible. He's got 1-4 here, not the auto scroller, so it's going to go real fast.
Yeah. So good job holding on to that hammer for when it was or that cloud, excuse me, for when it was absolutely necessary, and it pays off big time. We do not know what anchor is yet, Macobra. That's a good question. So okay. There's the other pipe, so they're gonna have. So not that bad. Gamercal is actually going to play this Hammer Bro, which is not a bad idea, actually. If he gets a hammer out of this, he's going to save some time. Unfortunately, the gaming gods were not that kind. He gets a P-Wing instead.
And he's going to find 7F2. Not something he wants to see, just what he's going to feed Boss Bass. He felt bad last seed.
Yeah. 5F1 is down, then feeds into 4F2.
No, Cal's going to save his cloud here and play 7F2.
Or
7-5, sorry.
I don't agree with that idea. There's only like a couple of levels. Like, oh, Classic taking a death to Boom Boom in 4F2. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, very unusual play by Classic. Otherwise, as I say, he was playing by far nearly perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So Gamercal's gonna essentially repeat what Classic did in Game 1 and just P-Wing his way through this, and that's fine. It works.
Classic's gonna play 6-4. He's gonna find 7-2.
Yeah. So unfortunately, he's gonna have to do this the long way because he doesn't have Raccoon Mario. He's gonna have to double back, so this is gonna be a bit of a time sink. And Haxor does bring up a valid point that if one of those Hammer Bros actually does have a hammer, he would get to skip 2 fourths altogether, but that's not what Cal seems to be going for, so that's a fairly obscure tactic to begin with. That's not something you would normally even consider. But he has no trouble through 5. F1 took a slight damage boost. So Classic is going to put on those P-Speed strats in the World 4 airship, widen his lead.
Ooh, getting caught in the question mark block, but he's still good.
Yeah, I would actually would have stopped to see what the item was, because if it's a fire flower, this is easy fire kill on Lemmy, and we've got a tough Lemmy. It's a 5-hit Lemmy. Yikes! Oh boy, Classic mistimed his 5th hit, so he's got to be careful now. Oh boy,
keeping it interesting, that's for sure.
There it is. 1638 for Classic, so that's first time we've had a world go 5 minutes so far. Jeez.
Yeah, something you haven't seen so far in the seed. The seed's been lightning fast, so.
Yeah, again, gamercal does have a cloud in his possession. Classic used his on 7-5. gamercal did not. So there is that. And there's the hammer suits, so we got a quick Bowser kill coming our way as we are in World 4 now. The potential to be really fast or really long, and not really sure what to make of that. This actually could be a really long World 4, it looks like.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play at least 2 stages, then play the fort, and then if that fort's not correct, they're gonna have to backtrack even more.
If based on what I saw with that lock, I think they're gonna have to do both. Yeah, they're gonna have to play. No, they're not. There's the pipe. I didn't see the pipe, but so they could end up having to do some backtracking here. Cal didn't quite get the P-Speed strats. Lost his Fire Mario, unfortunately. Oh,
hey. A nice dodger by Classic with that bullet bill coming out right after he grabbed his mushroom.
Cal is in a bit of trouble here. He's got to be really careful with the bouncing balls. He's 1 hit away. Okay, there he goes. So an 1820 for gamercal, who remains about 2 minutes behind going into World 4. All right.
Yeah, I was expecting the music box play by him there. That's a good move. You got 6F2, the ice fort, and now we're gonna see the flight here.
Looking good so far. Gets the skips about half of it already, half the level.
That move makes me nervous. I don't ever seem to pull off properly, so when people do it, it makes me real nervous watching them.
It's once you kind of get a feel for it, it's not too bad. The challenging part is if you cross the first chasm, you can't hit the gap. That's an instant. You're not going to be able to finish the second half of it. gamercal is in the Skyworld beta level.
Yep, that lock did break, so he's gonna have to play at least 2 more stages.
And does. So there it is.
Got 2-2 here.
Pretty straightforward level, though it can be a bit on the laggy side.
Yeah, definitely depending on the enemy set.
Pretty easy. gamercal navigating through 4 or 5 right now.
So now we see 6F1 for Classic, the escalator fort here.
fitting considering we saw 6F2 earlier. Classic. Ride the Esco.
I think he's going to keep his power up. He's going to try for the clip here by the door. Oh, unfortunately loses his mushroom and takes a death. Ouch.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Cal taking out a hammer bro gets a mushroom, not a mushroom, a leaf for his efforts. Cal taking the long way around to 6F2. Cal, he's also going to go for the skip. Yeah, well, practiced he is, isn't it? Looks good. Ooh, he clipped into the wall there.
And Cal's known to clip a little too much into things he's not supposed to be clipping into.
Well, that's exuberance. We admire exuberance.
We do.
Classic's gonna get another star kill on Boom Boom. That's 2 in this seed for him. He got it in 4F1. The only other forts you can do it in, I believe, are 3F1. You get the if you get a star in the 5th door, and 8 fort. Cal, accidental clip master. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna say that when we interview afterwards. He will say something about the 6F2 clipping into the ice block.
Oh yeah, sure. So World 5 airship. So that just leaves. Actually, World 7 airship will be last. World 3 no less. Which again, wow, World 3 last 2 seeds in a row. What black magic is that?
That's called Wendy's black magic. She's pulling the strings back there.
I guess 2140 wand grab for Classic. This is not the jet we've been seeing in the last 10 minutes. They went through Classic went through the first 4 worlds in 11:17, but World 6 and World 4 have kind of put the brakes on this. Gamercal taking a damage boost. Clipper Cal it says Slim Kirby. I like that. Clipper Cal has a nice ring to it. So World 3 is up, and we've got a mix of forts and pipe and levels.
Piranha Alley to start too.
This might be one where Gamercal actually is going to use. I bet he uses mod when he sees this.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think he's waiting for that Atlantis or 5-9 to show up.
I think I think regardless in this case, if I had a cloud at this stage, I'd use it right here because it's an automatic free pass.
Yeah.
Nice bank shot by Classic getting rid of boss pass. Just gotta be a little careful with his timing. Oh,
there it is.
Oh, the premature kill of boss bass puts Classic in a bit of a hole here. That's unfortunate. He's got a star, so muscle his way through the opener. Gamercal gets it at 2307, and he's not that far behind all of a sudden because of that.
That unfortunate death there, that does hurt Classic. He's actually going to take bottom route, which is something he never does.
Well, no. Yeah, that despawns boss bass, so... It was my turn for that, Wolfman? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I jinxed him, didn't I? So, alright, so now we get a pipe check.
Skips a stage, I'll take it. There's 7F2. We knew it would show up.
7-8 is, 7F2 is not far behind, and vice versa. So, we got a half a stage. We got not even a half a stage. We're about handful of seconds difference between our runners. Gamercal does a slight pole vault jump. My favorite technique in the game. So we got ourselves a race, folks. Classic's unfortunate death in 7-8 and 4F2 to a lesser extent have propelled Gamercal back into the race here. Nice clean run through the second room in 7F2, and he gets a fire kill, and that takes care of that. Now, okay, so it's a straight shot to Wendy. Cal is stopping for the item, gets a hammer. That's a little late for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, Cal didn't even play 7-8, so he really doesn't know the stage he skipped. So
very justified, and so Classic's got a very small lead. He's got about a half a stage lead right now. Cal's got the advantage right the short term because he's got Fire Mario, so he could fire kill Wendy pretty easily too.
Yeah, depending on Wendy's HP and what she does, this could be the game changer right here.
It's a short-term game changer if nothing else. Let's see what we got. It's a normal Wendy. 3 hits.
4 hits. Wow.
Okay.
Great fight for Classic there, keeping it in her way and not taking any damage.
Yeah. Cal finishes her off. So he is only 10 seconds behind, 25:49 to 25:39 as we go into World 8. So this is a race, folks. This is awesome. Depending on how World 8 plays, I know gamercal's been doing a lot of thinking in his World 8 routing lately, so this is something. Before we get into World 8, I'm going to reiterate, give these guys a follow. And 5F2 leads off again in World 8. Wow, that's something. I swear these are randomized.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did we randomize the last seed at all?
Yeah.
Ooh, good dodge by Classic. Wow, that was close.
Oh. Cal. Oh. Another fire.
Cal's feeling it. He feels good. You could tell by the way he's playing.
Yeah, he's going for it, and so now we got three pipe checks here, and okay, that one's useless. Cal is actually checking the second pipe next. So, oh my God, he's got it! Oh, Cal, you forgot your hammer suit!
Oh no!
Oh,
this could be it.
Oh no! gamercal, you forgot your hammer suit! Oh!
Oh, and Classic got the clip, too.
Oh, he got the clip. Oh, man.
This is coming down right to the wire.
Oh!
No, man.
gamercal!
I think he just saw it and went for it. I don't think he remembered he had a hammer.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh. The only thing... Oh, ClassicGamer88!
Wow, steals the win away from gamercal, so...
It looks like he probably would have won anyways, but oh... To think how close it would have been. Get out the GGs for both of these fine competitors. Classic Gamer scores a win. 28-11 GG to Classic Gamer.
On just an impressive race from both of these guys. The seed was a jet seed, but they both played really well. That ending, whew, that was intense.
So gamercal finishes with an SRL time of 28-25. Oh. Classic Gamer 88 will be going on to the finals. gamercal will be facing off in a rematch with Mitch Flower Power in the third place game. They played each other. They were in the same group, Group J, in the group play portion of the match, and they split.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward. Macobra against Classic and Mitch against gamercal. Those are two races you definitely don't want to miss.
Yeah, Mitch and excuse me, Macobra and Classic were in the feature race we did at the start of this tournament, and both of them put on quite a show. And we welcome gamercal to the chat. GG.
Oh man, I thought I had it when I had that second pipe there as well. Wow. What can you say?
I have one question. You knew you had a hammer suit, right?
Actually, no. I did not.
You had a hammer suit. You picked it up, I think, after World 5.
Whoops.
Just based on movement, Classic probably still would have edged you, but it would have been by 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds.
Oh my goodness! No, I didn't actually realize I had it.
Like,
I had the fire flower, and I was just like, right, no, we've got this. Let's go. You know, it's like there's no way this is gonna be sub 30 by so much. I know it's a linear seed, but I've played this one so well. It's like,
yeah, you did.
It's probably the best I've done like ever in this thing.
And you know, Classic had a couple of hiccups late, and you clouded over a good stage. You clouded 7-8.
All right then. See, I got into 7-5 and I was like, well, I have a P-Wing. P-Wing's pretty good for this. So if I just go with that, then, you know, I obviously used the anchor to see what it was. Anchor was a star. Thinking, that's kind of pointless. So, okay, let's just use the P-Wing. P-Wing's clearly really good for this stage.
Yeah.
So... yeah, that was the idea, and then I could have the cloud for later on, just in case Atlantis or something came up, and I think overall that was the right idea. Right,
we kind of figured as such, and we were also thinking you might have gone for the Hammer Bros to do a double reverse on that boulder, which would have allowed, if it had actually paid off, would have allowed you to skip both of the forts. That ultimately didn't happen, but it's actually interesting. The P-Wing strat that you did in Game 2 is what Classic did in Game 1 when you were doing your amazing Kreskin act, because he actually didn't get the hammer in Game 1.
I didn't think so. I was like, God, I've had so many deaths here, and we ended up like 30 seconds apart. I was like, no, there's gotta be I got the early hammer, and that's given us at least a start.
On the other hand, he got the other hammer bro, which gave him that P-Wing, which allowed him to jet through 7-5, and that basically put you right back to even as far as time, because you were about a minute ahead going into World 2. Then 7-5 hits with Boss Bass, and you're doing your the amazing Kreskin act over there, and Classic just barrels through 7-5. But yeah, that first race was back and forth. There were at least 6 or 7 lead changes.
Yeah, I was thinking with the 7-5, it's like, man, I am so sad that I got eaten straight away with that. Just a slight incorrect position for where the second enemy spawned, because the tail would have been very, very good for that. And I think if I had kept that tail, that would have been a different story. So I was tempted just to use the second one again, but then I don't know. I think it was something about not having done very many forts by that point. I was thinking 7 Fort 1 is still very likely, so I don't know. I could have probably used the tail and been a little bit better there, but at the same time, you know what enemies are down the bottom there. Without the P-Wing is a bit safer through that, but regular tail is very easy to lose during that part, so you know, especially with the Paragoombas for
yeah, Cal, I think you played
I mean,
if you raced either me or Pro, you would have stomped us.
I think so, yeah. The way that, especially that second seed, you know, your routing was really on point in Game 1 and kept you either within striking distance or slightly ahead of Classic going in. So in Game 2, it's like, you know, it was there, you know, who knows? And we welcome our winner and on his way to the championship, ClassicGamer88, GG.
Thank you so much.
Man, oh man, those were 2 sensational races. A lot of back and forth, a lot of drama, some terrific gambles and plays by both of you, and what a show for our viewers today.
Before I say anything else, I just want to say one thing real quick. I want to congratulate you, gamercal, on having an amazing tournament, and you pushed me like no one has pushed me in a while.
Absolutely. And again, as we emphasized a couple of times in this tournament, gamercal is a newcomer compared to, you know, myself or Classic. You know, he played in the one shot, but it wasn't as prolific at it as we were, and I think we all knew we had something when he defeated Mitch in group play. Like, watch out for this one. He's going to be a tough out, and boy was he ever. Yeah. So, but yeah, Classic. Your play was 98% of the way on point, and some of the plays you made, especially in game one, because game one, what you didn't know is that gamercal actually got an early hammer in World 2, so he was able to bypass a lot of the stuff that you had to play in World 2, but then you got it back, and then some. You had the P-Wing at 7.5, so you went from about a minute behind to about 5 seconds behind because of that P-Wing you picked up. So it was that kind of race, particularly in game one, where, everything was basically on the table.
Yeah, I think the times speak for itself on how close both of these were, and it definitely could have gone either way.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm looking at the splits, and yeah, you were about 25 seconds ahead going into World 8 in Game 1, and only 10 seconds ahead going into World 8 in Game 2. Those unfortunate deaths, 4F2 and 7-8, and gamercal clouding 7-8, actually, as it turned out. Made it a very close race, and then he didn't, it came down to the hammer suit. He didn't know. He had Fire Mario.
Yeah, I just stuck with it because I was like, okay, found a pipe, I've got fire on already, I don't need to go into my menu at all with that, let's just go. And yeah, I guess in a way that kind of bites, but at the same time, like, if I'd have gone into the menu, it could have been even closer with that, because if I didn't have a suit and we were just sort of following on that, you're right on my heels or whatever, then that little bit of menuing and a little bit of slipping through just could have actually made the difference. It was that sort of close in the end.
Yeah, it was. It would have been 2 to 3 seconds either way. And that's what we would have been looking at. And it was 2 phenomenal races. Congrats. And I know for you, Classic, you just fell short last year, missing out on the championship. And now you've made it to the finals, and you get to to square off against a very familiar face, Macobra 52.
Yeah, it's definitely bittersweet right now, but I'll have to take a little bit to think about this moment.
Yeah, absolutely, and all the kudos to you. I mean, I think except for that one controller mishap with Human Mustard, you're undefeated in this tournament. I believe you've run the tables undefeated. It's been as close to spotless for you as it's been for anybody, and it's gonna be a hell of a race between you and Macobra. I mean, you two have been consistently battling each other in the weeklies and in the fun runs, and it's always a treat to see you guys race against each other. And it's nice to see that 2 of the 3 runners I picked for the featured race before the start of the tournament have made it to the finals. So there is some satisfaction that we are definitely putting on our best and brightest, I think, for the championship.
Oh, I do want to thank everybody in these finals too, because you guys have kept my bracket perfect.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, I would have been the eternal disruptor of that, wouldn't I? Except for Big C. Big C put that on me in there. But
the big thing for me was,
I don't know.
You were the dark horse, Gamercal, and I mean,
yeah.
Once you took that 7-1 in your group play, I was like, okay, this guy's. I'm like, as much as I joke and I want to play in the brackets, the more I watched you, the more I was like, I would rather play somebody else, because either way, it's gonna that first race may look close, but then he's just gonna pull away from me.
Yeah, and I know for you, Gamercal, you get a rematch with Mitch. You two split your group play matches, and now you get 2 more.
Oh yeah, don't we ever? The catch is Mitch has gone a heck of a lot better at the running since then. So
Yeah.
I've said this almost every series so far, but it needs to be more like the second game, not the first one. If I take deaths like that from the that first game, then I don't think any running in the world is going to save me in that match.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I mean, 28-25 on a seed. You can't say that you've got to say we can play at this point. That's just ridiculous. Even if it was a lucky seed. Did I even have a hammer in this one? I don't think there was a hammer in play in this entire seed.
You did pick up a hammer in World 3, but by then it's like, well, that's useless.
Yeah.
It's like, useless hammer is useless. But is there anything you're going to work on, gamercal, for your bronze medal match?
Honestly, I did so many things with this. I think it just needs to be a little bit more consistency on some stuff. There were just a couple of bits there that were a bit awkward. But again, all of the stuff basically I worked on panned out very well. Like that 5F2 was something I've been working on most of this week, and it worked in both seeds here really well. So I think at this point I've just got to give it as good as I've got. That's it, I don't think I can really grind out too much more. Just practice as we go, and see what happens, really.
How about you, Classic? Is there anything you're going to work on, or anything you're going to kind of just re-emphasize with yourself before the finals?
Probably two things. One would be not lose it at the end of levels.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, probably try to stay a little bit more relaxed. Apparently, I was all over the place. I think I actually felt a little pressure, if that even means anything. Like,
yeah. I can only speak for myself, but I know in my final matches, I actually felt more relaxed as things went on. I was really tilted in game 1. Game 2 is like, okay, I feel better, and then by game 3, it's like, okay, let's just go. I'm ready and raring to go. I'm ready for a fight. So it's kind of a weird thing for me, but I don't know if it was the same for you or if it was the exact opposite. But I felt better as the match went on. But
I think for me, I would have been tilted if I lost the first one by like 3 minutes or something, I guess, because it's I died about 6 times in this thing or something. Most of them were near the start of the run. Start the levels, so it wasn't all bad, but there was a bunch of deaths there which I really shouldn't have taken. And if I lost by a lot, then that might have been awkward. But seeing how close the first race was, I was like, okay, I can do this. We just need to refocus, and well, that's what we did. Best efforts indeed. That was unbelievable.
That was outstanding. So everybody still watching, the finals will be soon. We don't have an exact date. It is largely going to depend on the availability of our runners, but we are going to try and do the bronze medal and the finals back to back if humanly possible, so we can get all of our Mario 3 randomizer finale action in one shot. Stay tuned. When we have everything established, we will let you know, and we will let you know what the time is, and all of that. So be on the lookout. But it will probably be next week if we can get it to work. If not, it'll be the week after. But it will definitely be soon. We're gonna put the real Final Four off with a big finish, I think. If the races last night and today are any indication, we are in for some terrific races to finish out this tournament.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna say most of the bracket races have all been really close.
Yes.
I will admit I was so worried, especially during the first one, that it's like, oh, this is just going to be a complete blowout now. It's just, I know I've spent most of the afternoon doing stuff, and it's been pretty good. But at the same time, I know the caliber of who I'm up against here. It's hard not to. So it's one of those of, I was just like, oh man, this is just going to be a complete whitewash, isn't it? That's apparently not.
Oh. All right. Anything else from you, Classic?
Look out for gamercal. He is legit.
Yes, he is. You know,
Thanks a lot, dude.
we've had a lot of terrific new faces in this tournament. Gimp is another one. We did have a lot of familiar faces in this tournament, but we did have some terrific new faces as well. Yo BGS did very well in group play. Zodiac Dread, Ty S Diesel in group play went 7-1. We had some really good new faces. Dave Lindo was another. He did very, very well. He made it to the brackets. So it was largely vet holdovers from last year, or people who were in a lot of the weeklies like Macobra who didn't join. Amorietta's another. Amorietta didn't start racing until after the end of the tournament, but she made some terrific strides, went undefeated no less in group play, ran the tables, and made it all the way into the brackets, and did an outstanding job.
Let's give a shout out to Haxor too, because he was new to the tournament. Unfortunately, he was literally in a group of death, so he did not advance. But I think if he was in the brackets, he'd be up here at the Final Four.
I think you're right. Haxor, if like the honorable mention out of group play would definitely be him. He was the only player to go 5-3 in group play because of the way we did it, which was 8 matches, a double round robin. Unfortunately, he went 5-3, and unfortunately for him, 2 players actually finished higher than he did, and so he was kind of the odd man out. And that's a shame, but he also, I think, had the fastest flag 1 time in group play. He had like a 36-minute seed, I think. He just barreled through it, and and really did a terrific job. But such as it is. But I think everybody in this tournament who saw the whole thing through and played all their matches, really made an effort. You guys make this. It's not me. It's not anybody else. You guys are the ones who did this, and you guys deserve all the credit for making this tournament as great as it's been. So I deeply appreciate everything you guys have done, and I'm looking forward to an outstanding final to wrap this tournament up in the next week or so. So thanks to you guys, and thanks to Speed Gaming, who have been very patient and have been very, very diligent in making these races as good as they've been, and have been very good in their support up to date, and I greatly appreciate it. So we're gonna wrap it up here, but thanks again to Classic and gamercal for putting on such a terrific race. Even if it was a sweep, those were 2 of the best races we've had in this tournament, I would say. And thanks to my co-commentator Gip Extreme for his help today and for his fine insight. And thanks again to Speed Gaming for hosting us. So we will see you all again, hopefully in the next week. So stay tuned for updates on the final matches.
Yeah, see you guys all later. Have a good one.
All right.
Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.